Imagine waking up to an unquenchable thirst, only to find that the tap water in your home has turned a toxic, muddy brown. This chart shows the Kospi Index, the backbone of South Korea's semiconductor market, taking a vertical plunge into the red. The value of giants like SK Hynix and Samsung is evaporating in real time. At the same hour, the global diesel supply chain is seizing, and water treatment plants in cities across the world are simultaneously reporting catastrophic failures. The logistics of the global energy supply and the volatility of the memory chip market are moving in lockstep. This engineered pressure is narrowing on a single point: human biology. The schematics for this pressure are already part of the public record, hidden in plain sight within the global patent lattice. Chinese patent CN1122022919A defines the delivery mechanism. It details how graphene oxide acts as an injectable nanocarrier, specifically engineered for vaccine applications. Once injected, the material relies on the framework established by Microsoft's patent US 8665210B2. This document outlines the method for using the human body as a conductive radio frequency antenna. The system is completed by patent WO2020060606. This is the economic layer, describing how biometric data harvested from these human antennas is converted into cryptographic tokens through a proof-of-work algorithm. These three filings represent a fully integrated mechanism. It is a system designed to deliver a payload, use the body for broadcasting, and extract data for financial value. The functionality of this system depends on the specific material science of the injected payload, graphene oxide. Graphene oxide is naturally hydrophilic. As this visualization shows, while the body is properly hydrated, water molecules act as a plasticizer. They keep these dark sheets separate, flexible, and harmless as they move through the capillaries. When the body becomes dehydrated, that protective shell of water molecules evaporates. This forces the graphene sheets to collapse in on themselves, nucleating into dense clusters. This aggregation triggers a physical phase shift. The flexible sheets harden and shatter into jagged nanoblades, with a tensile strength comparable to diamond. These crystalline edges mechanically lacerate the endothelial lining of the vascular system. The body responds to these thousands of microscopic cuts by activating its coagulation cascade. This leads to systemic blood clotting, organ failure, and death within a 48 to 72-hour window. This lethal sequence follows the predictable laws of material science. It is a mechanical reaction that begins the moment hydration levels drop below a critical threshold. Executing this biological reaction on a global scale requires the simultaneous failure of every single municipal water system. The disruption begins thousands of miles away at global maritime choke points. By cutting off a passage like the Strait of Hormuz, the global diesel supply experiences an immediate and unrecoverable collapse. Because diesel powers the national freight network, movement of all essential goods stops. Trucks cannot leave the terminals, and delivery of industrial supplies freezes. This disruption halts delivery of vital water treatment chemicals. The supply of chlorine and coagulants, required to make municipal water safe to drink, never reaches cities. Without these chemicals, water treatment facilities stop pumping. Taps in millions of homes go dry, or begin delivering toxic, untreated water that is impossible to safely consume. This logistical sequence ensures a mass dehydration event across the entire population. It achieves the effects of a total siege through the collapse of basic infrastructure. The collapse of global shipping lanes is the physical mechanism that triggers the microbiology. As the fuel stops moving, the water stops flowing, and the crystallization process begins inside the human body. The 48 to 72-hour window from the loss of water to organ failure is designed to ensure the population succumbs faster than any collective resistance can be organized. Surviving this mechanism requires maintaining optimal hydration to keep the graphene sheets dispersed. This means manually filtering independent water sources the moment the municipal system shows signs of failure. Protecting your biological sovereignty requires a total break from centralized infrastructure. Share these schematics, secure your own water, and prepare your community before the cascade completes.